Hey you guys, it's me Laura with Scraps of Encouragement, and today I have a simple stamping card for you. I actually have two simple stamping cards and then some examples of how you can repeat the same idea more and more. So we're going to be using the Sailing Home stamp set. This is in the new catalog, and for this card we're going to be using the anchor and the sentiment that says "Let hope be your anchor through the storms of life." You could also make this card with one of the sailboats and the sentiment that says "Set sail in the direction of your dreams." You could use the compass and "You are my true north." You could use the lighthouse and "Thanks" or "Congrats." You could even do this with the rope and use any of the sentiments that you'd like. It's a really great design that you can make just about any card with. So for this one, I am using Seaside spray as my color. You can really use any color that you want. You're only going to need one ink pad for this. And I am going to go ahead and ink up my sentiment, and I am going to stamp it here on the side, close to the middle but off to the side a little bit of my card. And then I am going to take my anchor, and you can put it this way, you can put it this way, whatever you think looks best, but I am going to put my anchor off to the side like that. And that is it for this card. That's done. I'm going to show you a couple more that I did that are pretty similar in idea, slightly different, but really close to the same thing. So for this one, I used the sailboat and I put "Set sail in the direction of your dreams." And here I used the lighthouse and I stamped the "Thanks." For my next card, I'm going to be using several of the stamps that come in the set. I am going to be using soft suede and crumb cake for my ink, and I am also going to be using this sponge. These come in a pack. They're very inexpensive, and I cut mine into a bunch of pieces so that they're easier to use and so that I can kind of stretch them out a little bit. So what I'm going to do to start with this one, I'm going to get my soft suede, and I am going to ink up my compass to start with. And I am going to, you're going to want to keep this closed, I just opened it because I'm going to stamp off of it some. But I'm going to just pick 3 spots, and I am going to stamp my compass in those 3 spots. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my sailboat, and I am going to stamp it 3 times as well. And there's really no rhyme or reason to this. You can just kind of stamp what you feel looks good to you. And then lastly, I am going to take these birds and I'm going to use them to kind of fill in my gaps here. Now, I am going to take my sponge and I'm going to use my crumb cake, and I'm just going to fill that sponge up with as much of this crumb cake as I can. And I'm going to start off the paper and I'm going to give this kind of a weathered look. And I am just going to go all over this guy. One thing that is really helpful is if you start off the paper and come in, that way you're going to have less streaky lines. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my sentiment that says "You are my true north," and I'm going to ink that up with my soft suede. I am just going to stamp that right here in the middle. This makes a great masculine card too, which is really nice. And that is all you have to it. So I have this card, and I did it again with a Night of Navy in the middle as well, but I personally kind of like this monochrome idea there. So those are the ideas that I have for you today for our Simple Stamping Monday. I hope they were helpful for you, and I hope that you find joy in creating as you spread kindness and encouragement with your scraps of paper. I'll talk to you later. Bye.